Once upon a time, in a bustling Nigeria town, there lived a man called Chief Boniface Sundoka, also known as Odogu, one of Uku Kingdom. He was a man of timber and caliber, respected in the community, feared by his enemies, and loved by his wife and children. While his wife Mama Chisom was at home cooking, praying and fasting for her husband and his business, Chief Boniface was feasting on another woman outside. He had been married to Mama Chisom for several years, and together they had two wonderful children, Chisom and Ebuka. The marriage was built on love, trust, and constant sacrifices. But after many years, Chief became restless. One day he looked at his wife, sighed, and said to himself, "This woman has changed physically. The apples on her chest had fallen flat like slippers. I am not even enjoying anything again. Her stomach and mine are in serious competition of which one is bigger. I beg. This one don't become old school." That was the moment the devil walked over time and he met a Pino that fit into his new desire. Anita was a 23-year-old slave queen with a PhD in enjoyment and a master's degree in chopping men's money. She had hips that could distract any available man and a voice that could make him forget his children's school fees. The moment Chief saw her, his brain went offline, and immediately she called him Daddy B in a sweet voice. My, oh my, his legs started shaking. When she laughed, Chief felt 20 years younger. And that was how it started. First, small gifts and then bigger gifts. Anita said she wanted an iPhone 15. Via, he bought it. All of a sudden, her rent was due. Chief paid 3 years' rent in advance. She needed a vacation. Chief took her to Dubai but told his wife he was attending a business conference. Meanwhile, Mama Chisom was still managing her old clothes from 2016 because she felt there was no need of changing them, and at the same time praying for her husband's all-round success. After a while, Chief Boniface became an expert in lies. One evening he came home late and Mama Chisom saw lipstick on his shirt. "What is this, Chief?" she asked. He pretended to be confused. "Which one?" "Ah, this is red biro ink from work." "But Boniface, you are a businessman. You don't need red biro." Chief Boniface held his chest like he was about to faint. "You are doubting me? Your own husband? Chisom, just tell me to die because my enemies have succeeded. Ah, my wife of several years doesn't trust me again. This is serious, very, very serious." Mama Chisom became confused at the drama because it was so glaring that even the blind can see that it was a red lipstick from one of the daughters of Jezebel. She simply walked away. One fateful evening, Chief was enjoying his best life inside Anita's house. The table was full of fresh nkwobi, isiewu, and chilled wine. Anita was wearing a short dress and Chief was smiling like a man who just won a lottery. "Daddy B, let's dance," she said. Chief heard her and started dancing like a happy goat. He was doing leg work, waist moves, everything just to make Anita proud of him. Then suddenly he froze. His left leg refused to move. His hand twisted. His mouth shifted to one side. The music was still playing, but Chief was not moving again. Anita laughed. "Daddy B, what's this one? Are you tired already?" There was no response from Daddy. She moved closer. "Stop playing now. We still have a lot of things to do today." Still, no response came. Anita shook him and our high chief collapsed like a bag of cement, only for him to wake up in the hospital. He turned his head slowly. Anita was gone. His newfound love and spec, his oxygen, his pepper soup partner and his Dubai babe had disappeared like MTN data. The doctor spoke. "Sir, you have suffered a stroke." Chief tried to talk, but his mouth refused to work. Then He heard the voice of judgment. It was Mama Chisom. She stood by the hospital bed, smiling sweetly. Bonny face. So finally, the red lipstick landed you in the hospital. Chief closed his eyes in pain as if he was saying, so this woman hasn't forgotten about the red lipstick that she saw a long time ago? Mama Chisom sat beside him and patted his hand. You decided that our marriage wine had soured. You went for someone that you were far older than. Now you are here in the hospital. A shadow is nowhere to be found. The society expects me to take care of you as my husband, but nobody cared when you treated my children and I as a piece of trash. No problem is the men's word. Since you have suffered a stroke, you will not eat like a stroke patient. That was how Chief Boniface's suffering began. The day he left the hospital should have been a joyful day, but for Chief, it was the beginning of his second phase of suffering. The doctor looked at Mama Chisom and gave her strict instructions. Madam, your husband needs complete rest, light food and gentle care. Please be patient with him. Mama Chisom smiled sweetly. Doctor, don't worry, I will take very good care of him. Chief Boniface closed his eyes. He had known Mama Chisom for many years. That smile meant his suffering was about to be customized. They placed Chief in a wheelchair and the hospital nurses rolled him outside. As soon as he saw the hospital gates, he began to cry inside his soul. It was as if he saw the gates of hell. And while they reached the car, she shouted, Chief, the enjoyment minister, how markets? Chief Boniface closed his eyes. He wanted the ground to open and swallow him. He preferred to die than to be at the mercy of Mama Chisom, remembering how he treated her when Anita was in the picture. They lifted him into the car like a sack of rice and began the journey home. It wasn't a quiet journey at all. Mama Chisom made it so lively. Chief Boniface, so your stroke has cleared your enjoyment spirit? Chai! I hope Anita is coming to bed you every morning because she can't just be good for Dubai trips, gifts and bundles of cash alone. Walk, don't land though. Chief wanted to jump out of the car, but his body refused to move. Mama Chisom laughed and clapped her hands. God of good women, thank you for fighting my battles. When they reached home, Chief thought crying and acting as if he was about to give up would make Mama Chisom have a rethink. But he was very wrong. Mama Chisom simply called him an actor and told him the earlier he comes out of his pretense, the better for him. She called her children. Ebuka, Chisom, come and carry your father inside. Ebuka scratched his head. Mommy, how should we carry him? Mama Chisom hissed, left them and walked inside. Chisom and Ebuka grabbed their father like a broken generator and dragged him inside. Chief landed on the couch like a fallen palm tree. After settling in, he became very hungry. Chisom, bring me food. Oh, you are still commanding me? No wahala, Chisom said. She ran to the kitchen and came back with a small plate of plain beans. Chief stared at the food and asked, What is this? Daddy B, the doctor said you should eat healthy, she replied. Where is the meat? Meat care. Daddy, you are now a patient and not a predator. Chief felt this down to his soul, but it didn't end there. That night, as everyone ate jollof rice with chicken, he sat in the corner chewing boiled carrots like a rabbit. The next morning, Mama Chisom entered the room with a bucket of water. Boniface, it is time for a bath. She took him into the bathroom gently and poured the first cup of water. It was ice-cold water. Ah, Chief screamed. Mama Chisom pretended to be confused. Sorry, oh. You said you wanted to feel young again. See now, fresh cold water like when you were still a small boy. Chief could not cry. Even his tears refused to come out. 1 week later, Mama Chisom said to him, Boniface, you need to start exercises. I have hired a personal trainer for you, and that is it. 30 minutes later, a tall, muscular man entered the house. Good afternoon. I am Coach Bala, he introduced, and I'm here to help you recover. Chief looked at him and knew his life was finished. Coach Bala got ready and started massaging him. Chief screamed. Mama Chisom clapped her hands in response. Yes, so that's how you were shouting when Anita was massaging your back. That was how Chief kept his mouth shut, even while in pain. Before the stroke, he was the lion of the house. He would come back at midnight, drop his car keys anyhow, and demand food like a king. Chisom, bring my pounded yam. Where is my chilled wine? Turn on the fan, this place is too hot. But now, tables had turned. Mama Chisom had been promoted from wife to head of the household. And Chief Boniface, he was now a prisoner in his own house. Before the stroke, breakfast was golden. Hot akara and pap, fried yam and egg, sometimes even pepper soup. But now, his breakfast was one boiled egg and 1 cup of sugar-free pap. Chisu, is this food or punishment? He asked the first morning. Mama Chisom folded her arms. If you like, eat. If you like, leave it. It's for your own good. Chief stared at the food. Chisom, even prisoners eat better than this. Mama Chisom ignored him. Chief had no option but to swallow his sadness. His lunch used to be a mountain of swallow. Pounded yam, fufu or garu with thick egusi soup and assorted meat. But now it was a plate of green vegetables and boiled fish. No oil, no pepper, no meat. Where is the swallow? Chief asked with tears in his eyes. Mama Chisom smiled sweetly. No more swallow, dear. The doctor said you must eat light, and you heard him. I am only trying to abide by the rules. Chisom, am I a goat? Am I supposed to eat just leaves? Dear Chief, you brought this on yourself, so please allow me to follow the doctor's instruction for your own good. With this, she hummed happily and walked away. His dinner used to be a feast. Jollof rice, chicken, fried plantain, and sometimes even suya. But now, dinner was boiled beans. Every night for 1 week straight. Chief became tired. Chisom, why are we eating beans every night? Mama Chisom smiled. Because protein is good for your recovery. Chief almost cried. Mama Chisom, when did you become a doctor? Please, I need real food, he pleaded. But Mama Chisom did not care. So Chief Boniface concluded he practically knew nothing about his scam wife. Coach Bala returned again, and Chief started crying like a child dodging to go to school. Coach Bala had been paid, so he must do his job. Lift your heads, stretch your arms, lift your legs, touch your toes. Chief struggled, groaned, and cursed in his mind. Bedtime became torture. No mercy, no small comfort, just suffering. Mama Chisom scrubbed him like she was washing a burnt spot. Chisom, you are almost removing my skin, Chief would cry out. You should be grateful that I'm even doing this. Allow me to wash it properly, I beg you, or I will leave you to do it yourself. The man wouldn't have any option than to endure. Mama Chisom collected his phone. No more social media. No more bad influences. Chisom, am I a baby? Yes, sir. I feed you and I bathe you, and that has answered your question. Besides, you need to rest. At first, Mama Chisom enjoyed the revenge, but after months of stress, she realized something shocking, that she was the one suffering the most. One fateful morning, as she sat on the bed breathing heavily, her hair was scattered, her wrapper was falling off. Chief Boniface meanwhile was in the bed, ringing a small bell. Mama Chisom, water! Massage my leg. Where is my food? She stared at him. She remembered how the same man used to disappear at night and return home smelling of cheap perfume. She remembered how he used to say, marriage is about sacrifice. Well, she had sacrificed enough, and now she had decided to take care of herself. That evening, she called the children. They all sat around Chief Boniface. She made an official announcement. Boniface, I have decided. Enough is enough. Chief Boniface looked up confused. Enough of what, please? Enough of this suffering. I am now your nurse, your cleaner, your cook, your driver, and your gym instructor. Let me even ask you, what about me? Because I don't seem to find me. What about my own life? Chief blinked. Mama Chisom, is this not marriage? Mama Chisom clapped her hands. So, when you were messing around with that small girl, was that not marriage too? Chief pretended not to hear. Anyway, Mama Chisom continued, I have made a decision. I need to take care of myself. I need my peace of mind. So, I have hired a nanny. You did what? I hired a nanny, Mama Chisom repeated. For what? Chief asked. To take care of you, of course. Since you want to be a big baby, you need a babysitter. The next day, a woman arrived at the house. She was in her late 50s with strong arms, a deep voice and a face that looked like she had survived 3 world wars. Her name was Madam Grace. She walked in, looked at Chief from head to toe and shook her head. Mama Chisom gave her instructions as a cheerleader. Grace, he likes his food at 2 p.m. Give him his medicine at 3. If he tries to argue, just tell him you will call me and he will behave. Mama Grace nodded. No wahala, madam. Leave him for me. From the moment Madam Grace stepped into the house, Chief Boniface knew that his suffering had just begun. He wasn't just a nanny. She wasn't just a caregiver. She was a retired military commander disguised as a housekeeper. She moved with authority, her footsteps shaking the ground. Her voice was thunderous, her hands as strong as a blacksmith's. Her patience was known in existence. The very first morning, Chief Boniface made a mistake. He rang a small bell and called out, Madam Grace! Grace! Where is my tea? Madam Grace walked in with her hands on her waist. She stared at him like a teacher catching a student copying during an examination. You dey call who? She asked. I am calling you, Chief stammered. Madam Grace coughed. You think say I be your wife? No try that nonsense with me, oh. I don't give you food before. Make this work easy for me and you. I beg, no stress me. Chief rose. I was only asking for tea. Madam Grace smiled. No be you pay me, yoga. I dey follow Madam instructions. Madam Grace, Chisom called out. What are you saying to my darling husband? Madam, see wahala o. Your darling husband say he wan drink tea and I don't give am food this morning. Mama Chisom walked in. Chief, no tea for you. It will make you heavy and carrying you is no joke. Thank you, Mao, Madam Grace said and walked out. Chief Boniface regretted his actions for the very first time. Coach Bala came again. This time he said they were doing a little work. I can't. My legs are weak, Chief whined. Lies, Mama Chisom snapped. If you can't walk, you will crawl, but you must move, my darling husband. If not, I will pack my loads and leave your house. A once powerful man started limping around the house with a stick, sweating, all because of his third leg. The next day he woke up and decided enough is enough. I can't suffer like this again, he muttered to himself. He waited until his wife went out, then he called his friends for help. I need to escape this house. This woman has changed. The only response he got was, if you were in her shoes, Oga, you wouldn't even stay around her, so enjoy the show. Chief Boniface accepted his fate. He was no longer the feared, wealthy businessman. He was now a prisoner in his own house, a captured adulterous man under the watchful eyes of General Mama Chisom, and the torture was far from being over. Before his stroke, his wardrobe was legendary. Tailored suits, Italian shoes, gold chains, perfume that cost more than a small car. But now, his wife dressed him in simple, comfortable clothes, which meant oversized Ankara shirts, shorts that barely reached his knees, socks pulled up like a retired headmaster. This is so bad for a chief like me, he protested one day. Who do you want to impress? Side chick? Are this your condition? Oga, wear it and smile. With tears in his eyes, Chief wore the outfit, and just when he thought the humiliation was over, Mama Chisom tied a red scarf around his head. For extra protection, she said, grinning wickedly. The nanny took one look at Chief and burst into laughter. Chief wished for the ground to swallow him. A whole chief like him. The Odogu one of Uku Kingdom. Chai! See what his third legs has put him into. His old friends came to visit. These were the same men who used to drink, party and chase women with him. They walked in expecting to see the proud, powerful Chief Boniface. Instead, they saw a man wearing oversized Ankara, a red scarf and socks pulled up to his knees, sitting on a plastic chair with his wife standing behind him, her arms crossed like a bodyguard. There was an awkward silence. His friends exchanged glances. Then all of a sudden, they remembered they had urgent meetings. Before Chief could say anything, they rushed out of the house like men escaping a burning building. They all left there with one life lesson, which is to go and amend their ways and treat their God-given wives right. As the gate slammed shut, Chief sighed. Even my friends have disowned me. Mama Chisom patted his head like a small child. Don't worry, I am here for you. As he sat staring at the ceiling, he whispered, God, is this how my story will end? Please show me mercy. Just when he thought things couldn't get worse, his stomach had other plans. It started with a rumble, a deep, dangerous vibration from inside his belly. Chief shifted uncontrollably in his chair. Mama Chisom glanced at him suspiciously. You will be all right. Just rest a little. Chief nodded, closed his eyes and took deep breaths. But the rumbling continued. His stomach was beating drums. Then a sharp pain stabbed him. A signal that danger was near. Jesus! He shouted, grabbing his stomach. His wife raised an eyebrow. What is it again? I need to use the toilet now. It's urgent. She folded her arms. Oya, stand up and go now. Chief tried to stand up, but his legs failed him. He collapsed back onto the chair. The toilet was just a few mini steps away, but to Chief, it felt like Mount Everest. The belly rumbled again, this time louder. Manage and get up, his wife said, grabbing his arm. But before she could lift him, it happened. The most legendary, explosive, uncontrollably accident in history. Bram! Boom! Chief Boniface had lost the battle. He froze. His wife froze. The entire house fell silent. Then a smell hit the air. A smell so strong, even the devil would have run away. Jesus! His wife screamed, jumping backward. Chief was too ashamed to speak. A tear rolled down his cheek. The nanny passing by stopped and sniffed. Then she clutched her nose and screamed. Abeg, who opened sock away? You came at the right time. Please help me tidy up, Mama Chisom said. Madam Grace sluggishly did because she had no choice. 1 week later, it happened again. Chief mounted it like Mountain Kilimanjaro. Madam Grace walked up to him and said, Oga, I'm not fit again. He looked up confused. Wetin you mean? I say I no fit again. Every day I dey wake up, clean person wey no be pikin, carry am up, put for chair. I be nanny, I no be undertaker. Oga, I want to live long. E better say make I dey fry akara for street dey hawk am every morning than this kind job wey I dey do so. She removed her apron and stormed out. As she reached the door, she turned back. Before I forget, I don't resign. You go wait for your wife to come back and clean you up. And with that, she walked out of his life. Chief sat in his mess, alone, broken and defeated. He tried to cry, but the tears had abandoned him. Madam Grace had left without even considering her huge salary. 30 minutes later, Mama Chisom returned from her salon appointment. She entered the house feeling fresh and relaxed. Her hair was neatly done, her nails shining, and she smelled like expensive perfume. But as soon as she stepped into the living room, her nose wrinkled. Something was off. She sniffed again, then she froze. The scent in the air was not of perfume, it was something obnoxious. Jesus Christ, she screamed, dropping her handbag. Who died in this house? Chief Boniface, still sitting in his situation, cleared his throat. Honey, welcome. Mama Chisom took one look at him. Honey, since when? Then she saw the mountain on the chair, and that was when she knew what initiated the sweet name calling. She quickly grabbed a nose mask and took 3 steps backward. Ha! Boniface, so this is what you have become. You chased after women. You ignored your family. Now see your life. Ordinary talent you can't use again by yourself. She paced up and down, slapping her forehead. After everything I did for you, me, Mama Chisom, the finest woman in this estate, now I'm looking after a grown man. Chief Boniface looked at the floor in shame, but Mama Chisom was not done. I cannot do this anymore. Chief Boniface looked up in panic. Honey, please, I have changed. Don't leave me. Madam Grace had resigned. She saw me like this and said she cannot continue. Honey, I know I brought out the beast in you, but please, you have done enough already. Remember the good old days. Remember my own good and faithful days. Please show me mercy. I wish I would be given a second chance for you to know that I've learnt my lessons. Mama Chisom cried. I mean, she cried. Boniface, what happened? How did we get here? From a lovely couple to this. God blessed us. We lacked nothing. Why did you pull down what we have built in years within how many months of enjoyment? Look around. Is the side chick here? Has she been here? Did she even ever call to check on you? No, because she had long moved on, leaving me to carry the burden. I am sorry. Honey, please forgive me, Chief said. She cleaned him up and laid him on his bed. Chief laid weak and helpless. The same bed where he had once enjoyed life to the fullest, especially when his wife was in one of the shops. He had rolled around on this very mattress with excitement, laughing and entertaining his side chick. Now he could barely turn his head without groaning in pain. His body had betrayed him. His hands, once strong and quick to grab his car keys for midnight adventures, now trembled like dry leaves in the wind. His legs, which had once danced at clubs and strutted confidently into fancy hotels, were now useless sticks of flesh, unable to carry him anywhere. His face, once radiant with pride and arrogance, was now pale and filled with sorrow. The walls around him, once filled with the sounds of laughter, music, and the clinking of wine glasses, were now silent. Nobody came to visit. Nobody came to check on him. And worst of all, nobody cared. For the first time in his life, he had too much time to think. And thinking was a dangerous thing for a man who had wasted his best years chasing shadows. He remembered how it all started. How he had a lovely wife who cooked for him, cared for him, and prayed for his success. How he had two beautiful children who once ran to the door to hug him whenever he came home. How he had a peaceful home filled with love and laughter. But instead of appreciating his blessings, he wanted more. More excitement, more women, and more nights of adventure. And so he abandoned the woman who stood by him when he had nothing, chasing a temporary thrill that ended in permanent pain. He remembered the lies he told. Baby, it's just business, I swear. You know you are the only one I love. That lady, she means nothing to me. He remembered how he used to sneak out thinking he was outsmarting everyone. But life had a sense of humor. Now he couldn't sneak anywhere. Now he couldn't even lift a spoon to his mouth. And the woman he cheated on? My God, a beautiful woman indeed. Still young, vibrant and full of life. And then he asked himself, how is she still caring for the same man who abandoned her? The more he thought about it, the angrier he became. And we all know this isn't good for someone in his condition. One cold morning, as the Harmattan breeze swept through the open window, he lay still. His sharp mind, which had been filled with schemes and excuses, was now empty. His eyes, which had once wandered to every beautiful woman that passed, were now dull and lifeless. His mouth, which had once spewed lies and sweet words to Anita, could barely whisper a prayer. As his breathing became slow and heavy, he thought about his wife one last time. He imagined her laughing, dressed in expensive clothes, living a life of peace and happiness. And then a single thought ran through his mind. If only I had been faithful. With that, Chief Boniface exhaled his last breath. He was gone. Mama Chisom cried and wished a second chance was given to him. But then, Chief was gone and gone for good, because he chose pleasure over responsibility. He chose temporary excitement over permanent happiness. He neglected the woman who truly loved him. He forgot that a home is not built on lies and deception. And in the end, life gave him the greatest punishment. He died alone. Not just died, but he was full of regrets. Hey, African Tales by Karma Tribe, how are you all doing? For me, I am doing fine. I'm sure you all enjoyed the story as much as I did. But before I go today, I would like to say this. Let the story be a lesson to every man or woman who thinks he or she is too smart, too strong, or too handsome or beautiful to face consequences. My dear people, value the people who love you before it is too late. Because when the party is over and the music has stopped, you might find yourself alone staring at the ceiling, wishing you could turn the hand of time. If you are into an adulterous act, you better repent before what hit Chief Boniface hits you. Don't play with a good partner, especially a praying one. Life does not give second chances. Forget what you watch in films. Don't wait till your experience teach you. Learn from the experience of Chief Boniface and amend your way in a quick and rapid succession. I believe a word is enough for the wise. With this, if you have not liked the story, what are you waiting for? Kindly give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you have not subscribed to African Tales by Karma by punching on the subscribe button. Let me get to read from you in the comment section what you think about the story. And please don't forget to share. Until I bring another exciting story your way, it is a goodbye from here and God bless you.